It's Saturday morning. What it do? Y'all hit that subscribe, hit that like, send it and all that stuff. Super like, and I'll do all that little fancy stuff that YouTube asking us to do. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? Ain't nobody on here yet, but it's April the 11th. Yeah, this will be my mother's birthday. If she was still here, she would be 84 years old. She transitioned at 46. And I'm not holding the phone. So I'm focused on the road. But fam, I'm on here and say, y'all know y'all fam, so I'm just keeping 100 to let y'all know it don't matter whether you're a woman, man, or God, or whatever. Everybody that's human gonna have human issues, gonna have life issues. But one thing about losing a mother, man, it don't matter that it's been 40 years or whatever, or 30 some odd years, 38 years or whatever. It's still like it was yesterday. You know, I was raised up old school, so this new school age, I don't understand it, don't like it, never will like it. I never fit in with it because I know it don't do nothing. We're raising weak, spineless human beings. That's what we're raising now. Man, I sit up and I meditate on stuff, and I remember my mother used to always tell me, you love that music more than you love me. But y'all, I saw my mother work, keep a house up. I saw my dad work, do the best he knew how to do, pay them bills, kept everybody in the house fat. And I seen at a young age, man, I wanted my mom to have more. So when I jumped into the music game, I was like, my whole motive was to buy my mama that big, pretty house. Please, young people, hear me. So you won't get me mixed up with what you've been raised with. This is why I don't see eye to eye with spineless people. Because at a young age, I had a paper route. All my people that know me can relate to that. While my older brothers and sister was sitting on their behind in the summer, I was out there getting it every day. Paper routes don't have off days. Paper boys don't have off days. I deliver papers every day. And y'all know what? My mother collected my money. My dad and mom got that money. Whatever she gave me, that was cool with it. See, that's why I can't stand grown folk that won't let their mama be a person. Young ladies, never become a title. Oh man, if I could talk to my mom now, I would tell her mama. And I'm going to use the F word. F them children. Because you know what? We live in our life. Do you take care of yourself? Don't run yourself ragged for nobody. It's a reciprocating thing. See, now I make my own money. I'm a grown man. So I wish I could just call my mother and say Happy Mother's Day, or even just discuss things that I'm going through to get an encouraging word. I wouldn't call my mama asking my mama to do nothing for me. That's not what grown folk do. I've always had a mind to you take care of who fed you. Take care of who took care of you. My mom and daddy fed me well. We was all fed in the house. I always wanted to honor her. I always wanted to make enough money to make their life better. Everything I did was to make her life better. And my dad was there. She probably wouldn't have took it, but I wanted to have it there just in case she wanted to take it or it was needed. That's why I don't look up to no grown person that can go out and do wrong or whatever and then go back to their mama. And you know what? I'm gonna take that off the ground. I'm talking to you mothers. If all you want to do in life is be a mother, you ain't looking for nothing in life. That's the easy way out. No matter what you do after you have a child, you can always be a parent. Good or bad, that's automatic. But what you do is the challenge is developing yourself, being a person. That's why you don't want to look at that, because you're going to have to learn to shut up. You're going to have to learn how to treat people. You're going to have to do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. So rather than do that, you say, I'm going to always be a title. I'm going to always be mama. I'm going to be a mama. That's the easy way out. No joke. You're always going to be a mother. You're always going to be a father. But what kind of person are you? Have you developed anything where you're leaving a legacy? God don't do titles. God do people. Roaches have babies. Dogs have babies. Cows have babies. Horses have babies. Don't take no credit for your reproduction. God did that too. So I encourage parents, never lose your identity out here in this crooked, dirty world. Because all you doing is being used. I don't blame the young people. I blame the parent that has not developed as a person, so they use the title. Like they did something, like they created mankind. They created the reproduction system. They ain't did nothing but lay down and use what God created. We got too many grown people that's underdeveloped as human beings. And we call it the old way. Now, I thank God every day that I was raised the right way. The right way. And you know what? People are so selfish. Say, after you dead and gone, they gonna keep on living. And you know what? While you here, they'll use you to death. And then when you gone, that same situation will come up. They didn't need mama. They made a way. They'll make a way. That helps you grow up. So don't wait until mama is gone to grow up. Go ahead and grow up while mama is there. If you want to make mama happy. Say, I'm tired of these wishbones. God didn't give us wishbones, he gave us backbones. Men and women. It's sad that all we talk about is, oh, everybody needs something. You know what we really need? We need faith in God. As I told y'all the other day, as a teenager, burying my mother, something broke in me. I used to be a funny comedian type cat. Big up to my cousin Debbie Ragsdale. Man, I used to keep her laughing. We could just walk up and she just bust out laughing. I kept her laughing. We just knew I was about to be a comedian. But when I buried my mother, something left. I broke. But you know what? As I said the other day on my short, the Bible says that what God joined together, let no man put under. Y'all, that join ain't just in marriage, but my mind wasn't right. It was broken. He restored my mind. My heart was broken. He joined my heart back. That's why I say it ain't nothing nobody can do to me to break me, because they didn't make me. What God joined together, let no man nor woman put it under. Yeah, see, people don't like this kind of talk. They call it arrogant talk. No, I have confidence in my Creator. I'm not the Creator, He is. And if He can do it for you, I know He can do it for me. If you can make choices and do the wrong thing, I can make choices and do the right thing. As an adult, we're all called to be an example of Christ. Not yourself, not your mama, not your daddy. You're called to be an example of Christ. And it's a cuss word in our community. Grow up. Don't nobody want to hear that. Everybody want to stay right around mama. And it ain't the child's fault. It's the mama and the daddy fault. Whoever do, that's their fault. That child is only doing what they're allowed to do, whether they're grown or underage. But they don't realize that be not deceived, God is not to be mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that he shall reap. You running around disrespecting people, it's going to come back on you. I thank God for my upbringing. Mama wasn't here number 46 years, but she taught me to respect my elders, do people the way I want to be done. And you know what? When I got out here in these streets and slept in a car for 3 or 4 months and eating them waffles that was just $1 on Monday or Tuesday or whatever, struggling, all I had was God. All I had was God. And I'm here today. So I ain't gotta say it. I'm living proof that God will, God did. And we overcome by the words of our testimony. So I thank God for the time, the 17 years I had with my mother. Because in them 17 years, the knowledge that she spit to me and the stuff that she showed me, it sustains me today. What God joined together, choose ye this day. Every day you get up. Right now, we know of a family right now getting ready to bury their son today. You're not doing that today. I'm not doing that today. So why would I get up with an attitude? Life gonna throw curveballs and give you a reason to have an attitude. So every day that you can get up and be thankful for it, get up and give God honor, glory, and praise. Don't get caught up in I don't have, I don't this, or I don't that. Stop riding other people's coattail and put your own clothes on. Don't worry about what nobody else got. Worry about what you have. What are you working to achieve? And then when God bless you, are you taking care of it? Or are you trying to find a reason to complain? When that's going to always be there. So see, it's like, even though my mother left in 1988, it's 2026. And what she taught me, I kept it stored in me. And then, because I thank God that she didn't just introduce herself to me, but what she did, she introduced God. She introduced me to God. And then I developed my own relationship with him. Don't wait until your mama dead to get a relationship. My daddy used to always say, son, don't nobody owe you nothing. The Bible says the man don't work, he don't eat. For some reason, we done got away from the word. For some reason, we done got away from the word. And everybody want to say the world's way is right. Everybody leaning on AI. Well, I'm still depending on I am. He told Moses, go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Who you gonna want us to say sent you? He said, tell him I am. Sent you. Not AI. But the I am. The first computer generator. This here. We got too many people out here with wishbones and not backbones. We got to get our backbones back. And then the sad thing about it, this social media game, if you talking like this, they'll say, oh, you're arrogant, or you're this, or you're that, or they'll call you everything just because you're stating the truth. You're not falling for the devil's wiles. Everybody wanted their way. But sometimes you got to ask yourself, what have you done to make things your way? What kind of life have you lived? What kind of life are you living? What are you doing?
Flowers get high.
Everybody wants mama and daddy to do it for them. Well, what are you doing? Let me tell you something, the sign of the enemy and a sign of a loser. You go out and do wrong things against God and then want your mom and daddy to fix it. You gotta be possessed with a demon. You gotta be. That's not God. The answer to that, don't go out and do things that your pockets can afford. You know you can't afford a child. Don't get pregnant. You know you ain't got solid transportation. Where you get married, you got doctor's appointments. Don't lay down with a dude that ain't got a car. Don't lay down with a dude that's a mama's boy. Hello, that's not smart. That's common sense. The reason why you're going through that because you think you're smart. Got a smart A mouth, smart, everything. Stupid mistakes and retarded thinking. Use your common sense. I'm not laying with this dude. This dude running behind his mama. A mama's boy. He ain't gonna be able to feed himself. He can't feed himself. He ain't gonna be able to take care of you. Now what you bringing to the table? Got no table. What are you talking about? Get a table first. You don't even have an apartment in your name. You can't pay electricity. You can't get insurance on your car. Your mom didn't carry you on insurance. You have no business bringing a child in this world. I was just raised by Merton Charles. That's the way they taught me. Daddy said, hey, you go to making children, you better have somewhere to put them. They can't come live with me. That wasn't mean, that was called grown. He set his word down. That's another thing. I'm going to stand 10 toes. You ain't standing 10 toes. You laid down. You ain't standing 10 toes on nothing. Because if you stand 10 toes on nothing, you don't need a ride nowhere. You get yourself there. That's standing on 10 toes. You ain't standing on 10 toes. You laying on your back. But again, this kind of talk will get ridiculed. But ain't nobody ridiculing the murder in the street. The little boys out robbing old people, taking their lives because they ain't been raised right. They don't know what it means to go work. They'll go steal some shoes before they go work and buy their own shoes. They'll go get the shoes from mommy and go run their money on some dope. And then turn around and she did dumb, so she'll turn, you right, I'm always, yeah, you gonna be their mama with or without you, you still their mama. My mama's gone, but she's still my mama. That ain't gonna change. We supposed to worry about the things we can change. But that's called maturity. So people don't want to look at that. They want to look at the things they have nothing to do with. Me and my people call that the tough conversation. They don't want to have a conversation. They want to fuss. They want to debate with you about the tough conversation. When I was raised up in the time, Merton Charles said, hey, if that's what you choose to do, do it. But remember, son, when you make that bed, you gotta lie in it. I'm not gonna be there to buy your diapers. You know why we do that? Oh, black people, y'all, we want to be white so bad. I gotta take care of it. Why? Why I'm gonna feed my son's son and I didn't get no pleasure out of laying with that woman? That don't even make sense. That don't make nobody sense. That only makes sense to demons. EBT will do that. I don't supposed to do that. I thank God for the 17 years that I had with my mama. And I'm very disappointed and my siblings. The way we were raised and as close-knit as we was. But you know what? Then again, I knew this, because I'm going to take y'all back. When they was pumping her heart, she died at home. And when they was pumping her heart, I actually stood on the porch, told my sister and my daddy, this family is over. I said, because we really don't like each other. And my daddy looked at me and he agreed. He shook his head, yes. I was telling the truth. My mother kept us silent. She kept structure. And then my daddy had that rod, so when somebody got out of hand with mama, all she had to do was say Charles. That's another thing. You don't play husband against wife. Husband and wife is becoming one. If my mama said something, my daddy was right there. That's what it is. The Bible said husband and wife become one. And you know why people don't want to listen to that? Because it's too much like righteousness. Now you'll call me a lie because that ain't the way you was raised. You come from brokenness. So you'll say I'm a lie. But I promise you, if that woman and man is doing it God's way, them kids are good. Now you might not can relate to that because your kids ain't good. Mom and daddy didn't do it God's way. That don't mean it can't be done. That means you gotta humble yourself and allow yourself to be controlled. You've got to have a resistance against something. You got to allow God to control you. Bring them up in a broken home. Well, they like this because, well, that ain't their fault. You broke it. And then you turn around, don't allow God to control you, but then want to control the child. They're not going to listen to you. You didn't listen to God. That's common sense. You got a smart mouth, guarantee that child smart enough to you. They showing you who you are. But when you so self-centered, you can't see yourself. You can see everybody else, but you can't see self. You can't see, dang, I birthed this out. That smart mouth, that's me. And then they'll get along with everybody they work with. Homeboys and homegirls, they get along with them. But then when it come back to you, they messed up. Okay, look at your life. You get along with everybody, but can't get along with the person you with. That's demonic. That's demonic, people. No other way of putting it. No one's saying it because the world loves mess. And it said wide is the way that leads to damnation. So I'm pretty sure everybody listening got their little say-sos in it, but I tell them look in the mirror and look at your own life. Because I'm a human being too. But the mess that I've avoided is because I listened and I surrendered and I've allowed God to control my decisions. I said, I will give you control. That's why I'm out here That's why you hear me today. Everybody is being controlled by a spirit. Which spirit you letting control you? Because if you ain't with God, you with the spirit of rebellion. No other way of putting it. And I can go scripture with you. If you can't go scripture, it's one spirit that's gonna win. Oh man, if I could just talk to my mama. I tell mama, don't become a title. Because your children gonna become grown-ups. And we gonna go on and go live our lives. And we gonna do what we wanna do. Whether you're here or not, I'm gonna make all them kids that I made, whether you're here or not. I don't understand it. And maybe it's because my mother been gone so long. I don't like people that just take from their parents. Grown-ups that just always do this. I don't like you. Straight up. That's wrong. I wish I could send my mama $500 for Mother's Day and say, do what you want to do with it. That's what you do as an elder. You don't ask your mama for nothing. You grown. Y'all, somebody tell me if I'm thinking wrong or something. Am I perverted or something? I remember my big bro was brought up. And I was hustling that music, saying, Lord, bless me to get a big contract. I'm going to have maids. I wanted my mama to be able to Cadillac. Why not? If you love your mama so much, you want her to smile. It was about making mama smile. It wasn't about getting what I want. Just taking. Say, man, we raising mess. Everybody's so selfish. As my Uncle Versa say, how you gonna be rich when broke got you? Fighting over nickels like it's millions of dollars. Ain't got a pot to piss in, when to throw it out of. But can't tell them nothing. Nothing. And then let me tell you something. You cast your treasure on the swine, you just killed your blessing. If you can't save $5, you'll never make 10. That's just real talk, y'all. That's just real talk. Real talk. We don't have these kind of discussions. No one has these kind of discussions. Everyone wants to know it all. And the people that know it all, those are the ones that can't be controlled. Because when I realized I didn't know is when I gave God control. I don't know it all. That's why it ain't no harm in shutting up. That's why I can get on here and tell y'all this. It ain't got to be nobody to listen. Somebody gonna listen one day. It's gonna be beneficial to somebody someday. I may be long gone, but somebody gonna go back and say, that dude, I didn't like him, but he told the truth. Be not deceived. God is not to be mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that he shall reap. If you're a disobedient child, you best believe your child gonna dog you. You gonna get dogged. Ain't nothing new under the sun. All this mess been going on. All the same mess that's going on now been going on. I don't know why people think, oh, we doing something brand new. We're not doing anything brand new. All this been going on. The devil is a lie. Ain't nothing new, y'all. Is this our interest? And you youngsters, man, I'm gonna tell you young men, I thank God that when I first came out here in the streets, in the world, I was raised by my parents, and you know what kept me out of trouble? I didn't run with people my age. I ran with older gentlemen. And you know, oh man, Mr. Leon Brown, I think he's deceased now, but Mr. Leon Brown, and I know Mitchell Edwards. Man, those guys were so hard on me. They were so hard on me. But you know what? I was able to take it. I was able to take it because my dad was a man. And my mother didn't demonetize him. Don't talk so, take the bass out. No. He talked to me like he was a man. Boy wasn't a cuss word. Now I wouldn't say nothing to you either if you call me a boy. Then what the hell are you then? Because a man can feed himself. Boy. Man, yeah, we got it all twisted. We got it all wrong. We in a society now where if you ain't wrong, they don't want you to be right. They ain't gonna stop until you wrong. And what they do is they wait. That demon waits around. Say, man, narcissists, passive aggressive demons. They sit and act like they ain't doing nothing, and they know just what they're doing. Because I promise you, they wouldn't allow you to do it to them. You can't tell them what to do, when to do it. They're going to do it when they want to do it. And they're going to disrespect everything you got going on and try to say they don't like. No, they disrespecting you. If you chose that person and they ain't respect, that's you they disrespecting. You don't respect yourself. You got me twisted. Now you ain't gonna disrespect nothing of mine. I don't care. That's a choice. Same way people make choices to do certain things. God bless you, made a choice. But you ain't getting ready to disrespect my choice. I ain't disrespecting yours. Please. But see, that's too much like right, y'all. That's called respect. And that's something we don't like. I work in the school system. We respect them children that don't pay no bills. We cater to their needs and say the heck with the adults. We'll cater to children and say we supposed to cater to them. They ain't paying none of your bills. They can't pay your bills. And you know what? The ones that can, they won't. They ain't gonna pay your bills. Trust me. They are not gonna pay your bills. They gonna let you go hungry. And be that same one saying, told you. Yep, be that one saying, I told you. Told you wasn't nothing. Told you. Told you. I knew it. And you know what? Don't ever sleep on the devil. You could be 10 years deep. The devil coming back. He always come back. So you got to stay on alert all the time. Never lay down on the devil. You got me twisted. I stay on ready. Big ups to Drew for making it to the Hall of Fame, College Hall of Fame. Big ups to Drew. Kirk Kerr's down there in Muskogee on the burst, everybody. Big ups to, my siblings, man. Y'all, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Ain't nothing wrong with getting it together. Ain't nobody trying to control nothing. We was raised right. Ain't nobody gonna be in nobody's business. We don't care about all that. I just want to make sure you still in the land of the giving. That's it. All the other stuff, man, everybody got opinions. Everybody got this, got that. Hey, I ain't nobody paying my bills, so, hey, we good. Being mean, that's a choice. Being buttholes, that's a choice. And who you are in life, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But if you say you love your mama, you say you love your daddy, you can't, at least you could be as cordial with your siblings. At least. At least. You don't supposed to live around them. You ain't got to live around them. Everybody staying at mama and staying in the same old cubicle and can't do nothing without. No, man, you done made mama your God. And mama gonna die. I'm a living witness of that. But I'm also a living witness that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. All things. All things, not some. All things. Meaning he'll take you from a 77 Nova and put you in a Cadillac. You can do all things through Christ. I'm a living witness of that. I understand mama wasn't God. Mama was a nurturer. And when her job was done, she had to get up out. But I thank God that I was raised by Charles and Mert Ragsdale. Thank God I was raised in Muskogee, Oklahoma, around great guys, man. Clyde Thompson, Lee T. Strand, people that they thought was mean, but they kept us in line. John Dean, Pledge, my bus drivers. Man, please. Those are some dudes that kept us in line, kept us in check. Nudie, Mr. Perkins, and all them. Mose, Harlem. All those people that kept us in check when we wanted to get out of line. They kept us in check. All my homeboys, Mikey T, Rockbox. Big up to Lauren. Lauren taught me the bass guitar. Oh man, the harmonizer, man, Larry Porter, Lonnie Porter, Jesse Porter, Don Sales, Willie Sales, man, Mavis Jackson, Clarence Brooks, Howard Peoples, all those cats that was with the harmonizers, man, that took me in as a young man. I'm back there stumbling on the bass and they handed me $50 bills, telling me to stick with it. Where's those men like that? They ain't even in the household no more. Telling me not to quit. Stay with it, little rags. Don't quit. Stay with it. You getting better. They wasn't doing it for me, but they was encouraging me. You try to encourage these young boys, they'll run and tell their mama. And then they mama in your face. You can't tell my son nothing. But when they encouraged me on that bass, that encouraged me in school. Thank you, Lord. When they encouraged me on that bass, that encouraged me when I had to bury mama. It encouraged me when I had to say goodbye, my son's gone. It encouraged me to be able to bury my daddy and keep on going. It encouraged me when people lie on me. Where's the man that encourages the young boy? That's what makes me encourage the young boys today. Stop acting like a woman. Get out the mirror. You stay in the mirror more than your mama. Your hair longer than your mama. If you can't afford dreads, cut them off. Pull your britches up. Stop sagging. We run around, got bangs in our hair like girls. Now we wearing... Say, y'all, let me get out here. I've been on here 48 minutes. Love y'all. Like I said, man, if I had a chance to talk to mama, I would just tell her about my ups and downs in this life and tell her thank you because you gave me something that a lot of people don't have. You introduced me to Christ at a very young age, and I know how to pray. And I know she ain't God, but I know a God that lives high and looks low. And I'd advise all y'all to get to know that man from Galilee. Somebody get that in the morning. And as I always say, if they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand opposite of you, say, leave them in the hands of the Lord. They're your opposition. They're your enemy. So cut them out. Deuces. Y'all be good.